Welcome to Turn Riding Fear Around podcast. Simple methods to overcome fear and start riding again. I'm Elise Hittinger, and I'm the host for your journey to courage. This is episode 141. It's not about being brave, it's about being honest. We so often hide our fear so deep that we sometimes even forget where it began, especially horseback riders. We're so used to just pushing through, go do it. Oh, we just don't take the time to really let our fear out. We squish it down and we push it down and we pretend it doesn't exist and we hide it and we just cause so many problems for ourselves. So, today's exercise is really easy, but it's very powerful. So what I want you to do is we all have buckets. I don't care what size bucket you pick, but pick a bucket you have. And I want you to visualize just stuffing all your fears and anxieties into that bucket. And as you're filling up this bucket, I want you to say, why am I afraid of this? Why am I afraid of this? Why am I afraid of this? And you can either do it as you fill up the bucket, or you can do it as you pull stuff out of the bucket. Excuse me. Whatever's best for you in visualizing. I like to picture just stuff in this bucket full of all my fears and anxieties, and that kind of like almost like opening a Christmas gift. Pull one out and say, why am I afraid of this? Why am I afraid of this? And really think about it. The why we're afraid of something usually takes the fear and anxiety away. Because why we're afraid of something, usually we can control at least parts of it, and so it makes it less. I want you to really look at those fears and anxieties until you have an empty bucket. Just let that bucket get empty. No more hidden anxiety, no more fear. It's all out of you. And at least you know what you're dealing with. Once you have it all out, I want you to start filling your bucket up with what you can do instead. So here's an example. I have a fear of my horse raising her head because my accident was from a horse flipping on me. So when my horse raises its head, I can say, wow, I can ride through this. I know what to do if she rears. I've been practicing. And I can fill up that bucket, back up, fill it up all the way to the top with confidence for each of the things that you were afraid of. If you're afraid of a horse bolting, learn how to stop a horse from bolting. Practice it. Fill up with confidence that you know what you're going to do if your horse is going to bolt. Don't let these things take over. What are you going to do if a horse bucks? What are you going to do to prevent your horse from rearing, bolting, or bucking? What signs do they give you before they do that? What are you going to do when you get that sign? I know for me, I missed probably 100 signs before I got on the horse that reared. I know. Looking back at it, I should have never gotten on that horse. And that's powerful because now I know before I get on a horse, look for these things. Whatever it is for you, take those fears, ask why you're afraid of that, look for what can you do to lessen the risk. There's always going to be risk horseback riding. Guaranteed. Horses are a being. And people say, well, it's not like riding a motorcycle. At least a motorcycle, you're in control. Well, you're not in control of everybody else. So, in a lot of ways, yes, we have to deal with the horses and their emotions. their side of the partnership. But there's so many things we can do to empower ourselves so that we reduce the risk. So fill your bucket up. If your horse bolts has bolted with you, what are you going to do next time? Don't just be a passenger. If your horse rears, what are you going to do next time? How are you going to know that your horse is going to rear, bolt, or buck before they do it? And I will say there's only one time my horse bucked that I didn't see it coming, and that was from kissing spine. Guess what? I fixed the kissing spine, fixed it. And I worked her through the trauma of the memory of the pain. She doesn't buck anymore. And if she is going to buck because she's playful or any of the other reasons, I know ahead of time that I have a horse that could buck. I know. I can tell her tail swishing a little bit. There's ways to tell for 99.9% of the things that happen to us before it happens. Anyway, I'd like to just talk a little bit about the confidence blueprint. It is just a workshop. It helps you go through all of these things, all the emotions, process the emotion of anxiety, process the emotion into confidence. It's a great workshop. It's the confidence blueprint. It just walks you through 9 techniques. Some techniques work better for people, other techniques work better for other people. It's $17, but it's like getting a full clinic in an ebook. You can do it at your own pace. You can do one technique a week, whatever works for you. So that really is a benefit. I'll put a link in the description below. Like, share, subscribe. That just helps more people find me. And hopefully you guys have an amazing day. See you later.